one. Hey, I'm Stan Vedeman, Functional Results Coach, and welcome to the FitBody Athletic Assessment lesson. Okay, remember to get your download because that's where you're going to fill in the worksheet, where you're also going to actually put pen to paper and complete this specific lesson in the FitBody section of the Revelation Roadmap. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's start. Now, why this specific assessment? You see, for years I only did the usual assessment, the one where we do centimeters, where we do weight on the scale, as well as body fat. But what I found over time was, honestly, it's too easy to cheat with the centimeters, because one day you could put it over the person's belly button, excuse me on that. Then the next time you could, move it up a little bit, move it down a little bit, just to show the person that they did get the results. And then at the same time, another problem is the scale, and specifically the body fat measurements, okay? A thing that plays a massive role in this is what time of the day you do that, the amount of water you consumed. For women is menstruation cycles, all these type of things play a massive role. When did you last eat? All these things. So it can really throw your results completely off track. So what I started doing was I started implementing more performance-based assessments. Yes, I still do these type of assessments because people like to see what they aesthetically, how things are progressing. But even though people start with aesthetics in mind, they want to look good, they want to have a six-pack, or they want to lose weight, I always feel that athleticism should take preference. And the only reason for that is purely because as you get older, you're going to get stiffer, okay? You're going to get less mobile. And it's all about quality of life. It's about being able to move better. It's about being able to run across the street. It's about being able to play with your kids. All these type of things play a factor and a role, okay? But a six-pack is more of an ego thing, where quality of life to me is by far more important. And most people don't understand what it takes to get a six-pack, and not just get a six-pack, but to actually maintain it. You might just lose a lot of other things on the way to gaining and maintaining that six-pack. So for me, it's not worth it at the end of the day, but we'll leave that for another day, okay? So I just wanted to show you quickly athleticism over aesthetics. I found a specific pyramid on the internet, and this is by Dr. Tony Catricinisano. I'm not sure how to say that, but the big thing with athleticism, as you can see here, we focus on strength, we focus on power, we focus on speed, agility, and mobility. Obviously, the amount and the intensity of this changes depending on your current situation, your current fitness level, as well as your weight. I mean, if you're a very large person, you have a lot of weight to lose, then we're not going to do crazy speed and agility stuff with you. But as you get better and your knees and your body's able to take a little bit more force generation and velocity, then we'll start introducing this slowly but surely. Okay, so what is the 5-minute process? Okay, we're gonna have 4 exercises, okay, and I'm gonna quickly go through the 4 exercises here, as you can see. So first we have squat, second we're gonna have the push-up, third we're gonna have something called a power sit-up, and fourth we're gonna have the sprawl. Okay, sprawl is very similar to the burpee, we just do it a little bit differently for people not to actually cheat, okay? And as well as with the push-up, we actually do an X push-up, and the power sit-up is also a bit different to the normal sit-up, okay? And what you're gonna do with each of these exercises, you're gonna do it for 60 seconds, okay? So let's say squat for first, you're gonna squat for 60 seconds, you can do as many reps as you can, holding a good technique, going down 90 degrees, all these type of things, okay? It's very, very important. Technique's very important. Do that for 60 seconds, you're gonna write down a score. Then you're gonna have a 20-second rest. After the 20-second rest, you're gonna start with the next exercise, which would be push-ups. You can do that for 60 seconds. Do as many push-ups as you can, rest for 20 seconds. Then you do power sit-up for 60 seconds, do as many as you can. Obviously, technique is always very, very important, okay? You're gonna have your 20 seconds rest, then you're gonna go to sprawl, and you'll finish that off with 60 seconds as well, okay? So there's 4 exercises, 60 seconds for each exercise with 20 seconds rest in between, writing down the total amount of reps for each exercise, and then what you're gonna do is right at the end, you are actually gonna then add all the totals for each exercise up. You're gonna add them up and get your total score, which is then gonna determine what level you're actually at, okay? I've made an accompanied video, an extra video for this specific lesson, just to show you how to perform the technique properly, as well as some regressive exercises if you're not at the point where you can actually fully perform the proper ones that we want as part of the assessment. Okay, so how do you actually level up? Now, in your worksheet, you will see the different levels and the scores for each level, but I'm going to read them out to you here so you can quickly understand. We have two different categories. Obviously, we have women and men separately. Level 1 for women would be anything under 125. Excuse me. So if you score anything below 125, that would count as level 1. If you score anything from 126 to 169, that would be level 2. Anything from 170 plus would automatically be level 3. Now we do have more levels, but the assessment changes as you get past level 3, but that's not something to worry about for now. This is the baseline fitness just to see where you're at. Okay, then for men, level 1 would be 130 and less. Level 2 would be 131 to 179, and level 3 would be 180 plus. So that's how you determine what level you're going to do. If we had to go to the worksheet, you can see this is just the one section of the worksheet just to show you what it looked like. At the top there you have a squat, so you'll perform that for your 60 minutes or your 1 minute. You'll write down your score, push-ups, same story, write it down for after 1 minute. Power setup score, sprawl score. Then you add all of them up, get your total score, and then depending on where you're at between level 1, 2, and 3, you'll write the level that you achieved. If there's any notes that you have that you can write next to it, so for instance you weren't able to perform the push-up correctly, as an example, you'll put an asterisk next to it so that next time when you do it, you're firstly going to do it exactly the same, where you're going to perform it the same way you were doing it last time to see if you improved. And if you did improve, then you can try and do it the correct way that was supposed to be done in the first place. But that's fine. Something you need to just take note of: if you can't perform an exercise properly and you have to do the regression version, then you actually automatically go to level 1, because you're actually not even doing the assessment the way it's meant to be, and there's nothing wrong with that. Please understand that this is for you. It's not a competition against anyone else. It's just for you, and you are going to try and compete against yourself. Okay, that's all you can do. You can compete against yourself, and every time you're going to try and improve. As you can see there's an assessment date 1, an assessment date 2, and 3. You can do this once a month and then just see how you progress from there. Okay, power statement once again. So all you have to do now obviously is fill in the blanks, and I'm going to read this to you here. The power statement for this one would be: my score for the FitBody assessment on, then obviously the date of today or whenever you're going to do this assessment was, and then you can write down the score, and my current level is level 1, 2, or 3, what level you're on, and then my goal is to reach, okay, so say for instance you were level 1, your goal would be to reach level 2, okay, and then on the date you'll just write the date down. So let's say for instance, as of the recording this, it's April 2018. So I will say, listen, by end of May 2018, I'm currently on level 1, I want to reach level 2, as easy as that. If you're on level 3, obviously what you want to do is you want to try and maintain level 3, but you can always improve your score. So let's say for instance you're a guy, you had 181, which pushes you into level 3. Next time you want to get 182. That's one better. Even though it's just one better, it's already better. So you are moving in the right direction. Okay, as easy as that. Simple, straightforward. Okay, what's next? Next we're going to go into the clarity one. That would be the Fit Life, and that would be the Clarity Creator. Once again, if you're feeling stuck, any questions, please feel free to send me an email. You can also message me on Facebook, as well as go to the blog, read a little bit more there, and you'll see what the Revelation Roadmap is all about. Okay, thank you for watching this short little video. Remember to do the worksheet, remember to do the assessment, and I would love to hear what your score is. Thanks, Annie. Cheers.